Hey, it's Raktar, and I'm playing Fragile Dreams, and I'm curious what, in the name of all high holy hell, the cat toy does. So I've taken it out and equipped it to see if I can get this cat to be my friend, maybe? If that's what the cat toy does? The cat doesn't seem... See, I can't tell if the cat gives a fuck. Maybe I need to hold A. No. See, like, the cat doesn't even... Cat, do you give a fuck about this cat toy? Well, I'll have to go look up on... I'm probably gonna go look up what the cat toy does later. Because as far as I can see... Whoa, I've got 2 bamboo swords. I'm a fucking G. I'm a G-angster. But yeah, as far as I can tell, the cat toy does nothing. And I really have no proof of that. I've got no way to confirm my theory that the cat toy does nothing. But, I am just going to assume for now that it does nothing because the game has led me to believe as such. Well, I mean, I'm sure it does something. Why would they sell it to me? You know? Like, that's not fair for them to sell me items that don't do anything, but my initial experiment has shown that possibly it does nothing. And also, I don't know why I'm fighting these enemies. Realistically, I don't actually have to have anything to do with them, because I beat them like 3 times yesterday while I was going about my business. I wonder if I can do anything with this really important dolly. That's an important item. No, it's obviously not. But yeah, in the last episode, I beat the creepiest enemies I've run across so far, those damn, like, disembodied children's legs, which, that's really, like, and they were ghosts. They weren't just children's legs, they were disembodied ghost children's legs. Wait. Do I not have the key? Oh my gosh. Excuse me for a moment. I've forgotten the key. I put it in the briefcase. I actually remember specifically doing that yesterday as sort of like an experiment. I did it because I was curious if the game made you have a key in your inventory to use it. Now that I think about it, why wouldn't it make you have the key in your inventory?
向こうはなんだか真っ暗だよ。大丈夫かな？
大丈夫です。なんて言ったって、私がついていますからね。
そうだね。さっきは、あんな箱の下から鍵を見つけたんだもんね。
そうですよ。2人でいれば、大丈夫ですよ。
うん。なんせ2人だものね。
はい。
Oh my gosh. It is very dark in here, but hasn't it been dark everywhere that we've gone? Like, in all seriousness, it's always been dark. And now, though, I can actually put this key in the briefcase. Because, of course, why would you not want to put the keys in the briefcases? I feel like I should be able to give my keys to the salesman, because, in all honesty, he seems to spend a lot more time hanging out in these places than I do. So, like, it seems only fair that I should be able to, like, give him my keys, and then that way he can make good use of them, you know, because he's always coming and going in these parts, so it's like, why would I not just let him have, you know, a way to get through the doors all the time, and then maybe if there's, like, dangerous predators following him, he can lock the doors behind him and stuff. You know, like, I could really help that guy out, maybe save his life from enemies who possibly are pursuing him. Although, to be 100% honest, I'm not sure that enemies are pursuing that guy. So, I see that there's a spot to crouch right here, but just in case this room is empty, I'd kind of like... Well, I mean empty as in no other ways out. I'm kind of hoping to explore it a little bit first. And yeah, see? Get all the mystery items before I crouch through that hole, and then maybe I can be an awesome person. It is kind of mean of me, too. Like, I seriously think it's sort of selfish of me, a guy who's definitely planning on leaving this place. Like, I'm not planning on sticking around here. This is a horrible place. So for me, who's definitely planning on leaving, to just hoard all the keys to myself, kind of a dick move. Now, what's interesting is it looks like there's a hallway back there, but as far as I can see, for me, there's no way to get to it. Maybe oh, you know what it looks like? This crouch hallway will lead back around to it, so I can just crouch through Dude, it's a good thing this isn't like, the kind of scary that, like, Dead Space is. Where whoa. Oh my gosh. These things are terrifying, though. Even though this isn't the type of scary that, like, Dead Space is, I seriously think these, like, wall arm things are just, like, flat out terrifying. I don't even know why. They're just so weird and creepy. But what I was saying, though, is if this game was, like, the same type of scary as, like, Dead Space, they would make it so in places where you have to crouch to get through doors, they would just make it so you, like, have to, like, an enemy will just, like, randomly pop out at you as you come out. They'll just be like, oh, there's an enemy here.
見て見て、ここにも落書きがある。なんだろう、カラスかな。なんだか可愛いよ。
私には、ちょっと怖い感じに見えますけど。
そうかな。可愛いよ。
いいえ、怖いです。何がおかしいんですか？
なんでもないよ。
はあ。でも、間違いなく、ここには最近まで誰かがいたようですね。落書きの感じが、ひどく新しいです。
うん。この近くに、あの子がいるのかもしれない。
はい。
Dude, you know what was really funny is, so I talked in a previous episode about how because I don't speak Japanese, it's hard for me to identify sometimes where the sentence ended. But luckily, in those last sentences, I don't know Japanese, but I do know, like, obviously, like, basic words. Clearly... Oh. Dude, I hear some, like, breathing coming out of the controller right now. So I think there's a dog. Yep. Dude, what's kind of fun about this game is it sort of adds to the creep factor too, is that when you're playing with the, like, controller volume up, there's, like, creepy, like, sounds sometimes that come out of the controller, and it indicates when there's enemies, like, hanging out around corners and stuff. So you can totally know when there's, like, creepy dogs hanging out. Oh. Here's another drawing. Can I investigate it? Nope. Apparently we just have to assume that... Apparently that drawing is not connected to the other drawings, or the game just doesn't feel like admitting that it's connected to the other drawings. Whoa. Oh, okay, I was like, this room is like a big open area. We got a nice light coming from above now. I feel like those lights are a nice touch. You know, you're not always in the dark. You're not always about to die here. But I am going to stop at this save point really quick. Oh, but I will. What's also neat about this is I can... Oh, just a fire extinguisher. I can identify my mystery items. So let's see what we got. Just for the hell of it. And we'll also find out that Seto is tired. But he just repeats the same things over and over again at bonfires, so I don't really feel like those things are important. Oh, this is a read memory. Alright, let's hear it.
どこを引いても見つからない。どう表現すればいいこの悔しさは。どこをめくってもわからない。この中のどの言葉を用いても説明することができない。いや、違う。見慣れたページには偽りの意味しか記されていない。今となっては言葉の意味すら変わり果てた。見果てぬ夢とともに奪われてしまった。もはや膨大な言葉は必要ない。ただ一つ、これを除いて、明日、存在しないもの。
Alright, another mysterious memory, and maybe the other thing... Oh, the other thing's a memory too!
勇者。それはもう適当につけた名前だったけれど、途中で名前を変えて、やり直そうと思った時もあったけれど、愛着も少しはあったんだ。変な名前の癖して、かっこよくお姫様を救い、間抜けな名前で王様に呼ばれるお前。よ、ここで消えていいのか？結局世界を救えないまま、という名前のまま終わっていいのか？すまん。もっとちゃんと名前、考えてやればよかったな。
I actually think that was a really funny and clever thing about naming your characters in games. Like, I actually really appreciated that. What I actually find sort of funny, I'm actually going to keep talking about the whole naming phenomenon. Naming your characters in games. Because game character names have always actually really entertained me. Just because, like, the idea... So, when I was younger, I would... Whenever I played games like... For example, I would play... games like Majora's Mask. And what I would do is I would name my character after the villain. So like in Zelda, I would name my character Ganondorf. And in Majora's Mask, I would name my character like Skull Kid or Majora. And what was funny about that is I never really thought twice about the fact that if you're naming your character after the villain, it's really weird in the world that nobody mentions the fact that you bear a striking name similarity to their tormentor. Like, nobody even points out, and it's actually quite comical to, like, be, like, you know, they never have, like, a line of text where Zelda's like, oh, your name is Ganon as well? That's weird. The man who betrayed my father is named Ganon. Like, you know, they never think twice about it, and so that game cartridge just... that man's musings on having the name was actually kind of funny and a little bit apropos just to think about, like, the, I don't know, the repercussions of the names you give yourself when you're playing a video game. And, like, I always name myself Raktar, but, I mean, obviously, I don't think of the character in the game as Raktar. If you catch my drift, does that even make sense? Like, I don't play the game, and I don't sit there and be like, oh, the character in the game, that's Raktar. Like, it never crosses my mind that, like, the dude in the game is Raktar, or the girl in the dude. Well, you know what, it's a female character. Do I name the female characters after myself, too? I haven't played a lot of games. Well, that's a point of debate, because a lot of people would point out that there doesn't happen to be a lot of games with female characters, which is kind of bizarre. You think that by now game designers would kind of have thought about that, but they tend to not have... That tends to not have crossed, like, a lot of game designers' minds that there's a lot of female gamers out there, and I feel like sometimes maybe it would be... I don't actually know, since I'm not a female. Oh, there's, like, the creepy laughing in here. I don't like it. Where is it coming from? I'm shining my flashlight around, but I can't... Oh, it's the kids! It's the children legs again that... Dude, the children legs. I hate the children legs the worst because, A, they're some of the few characters that have been able to deal damage to me throughout the game. And now I'm in a really small room, but it also sucks with the children legs. Because the children legs have the bizarre ability to be charged by flashlight light. It's just so unfair that I wish I could turn off my flashlight, but I guess... technically, it'd be too terrifying to face these children's legs without the power of a flashlight, but that doesn't make these children's legs any less terrifying. I was actually sort of hoping that the disembodied children's legs would be, like, sort of a boss fight, almost, as it were. But it turns out now that they're not even a boss fight at all, which is terrible. Oh, and of course, I can't pick up this item because... Yep, I have too many items, so I can't pick up that mystery item. Well, gosh darn it. That's too bad. I guess I'll have to pick it up. Presumably, I mean, there's not a lot of place to wander in this game, so, like, I feel like bonfires are plentiful. So my hope is maybe I can get to another bonfire and then I'll remember to come pick that up again, because if I can't get to another bonfire and then remember to come pick that up again, I'm kind of screwed. Because I do want to get all the mystery items, especially since I know that mystery items are sort of connected to the storyline. But actually, I guess now that I've sort of explored all the way down that hallway, I can end this episode right here, and I'll start off the next episode. I'll go pick up that item, and I'll start off the next episode with that. This has been Raktar. Thank you for watching. Oh, before that, though, I do actually have a correct... I do have a memory.
希望もなく働いて、時間に追われる日々を過ごして、幸せだと思う間もないまま、誰の記憶にも残らずに消えていくというのか。ならば俺たちは 一体何だったのだ。
And with that memory, I will actually end this episode now.